Anyway, yeah, here's kind of how I thought of Vitalik's thing. I think the Ethereum Foundation fundamentally, and the people who are in the Ethereum Foundation, they are really bad at business development and caring about like token price, right? It's like and I think it's kind of in a way admirable for them to realize like, you know what, we just can't do this. It's just not in what we do. It's not who we are. And so we're not going to do it. And we're going to hope someone else does it because we're so bad at it. And so rather than kind of like do it half-assed, kick and scream, be dragged into it, they're kind of giving up part of this thing that that other foundations do. And they're like basically saying we can't do it. Right. So I actually think that's kind of important. And I think it paves the way for another group or foundation to credibly step in and do this. Because the EF is basically torching their ability to kind of be a kind of business development and steward of token price and this kind of thing. And so in that respect, I think it's good, really good.
Yeah, well, either way, whoever takes up the mantle is not going to be able to fix the broken tokenomics of the Ethereum network. The fact will, unless I don't know how you could change it, but just the way it's structured, you can't, no matter how much the network gets used, you're still not going to accrue value to the ETH token because you just fundamentally don't need the ETH token to use the network.
Yeah. So this is one of the biggest weaknesses that people say, and I agree, Graham. This is something that they ought to address. The counter to this is what I was going to get into later, but I really saw Vitalik's post as, again, two parts. Number one, saying giving up on pretending to do this business thing, and number two, kind of throwing down the gauntlet of being like, we are going to be, again, this is me interpreting it, we're going to be basically like Bitcoin, basically, or even maybe a better version of Bitcoin. We're going to be truly censorship resistant, open source. We're going to have privacy, and we're going to be secure. And this is fundamentally different than any other blockchain other than Bitcoin, right? And you have like all the other would-be L1s, they're all competing at the same game, which is, I think, a game that you're just kind of referring to, Graham. It's like a race to the bottom. It's like commoditized compute. How fast can you be? All this kind of stuff. And in those cases, do you need a native token? Not really. It doesn't matter at all. But if you're going to like, it almost seems to me like they're kind of challenging Bitcoin on that, almost on that moneyness thing. It's just like, no. This is the real credibly decentralized thing. And
well,
no
that's
one
the
else
only
can
way
do
you could. Yeah, that's the only way under the current tokenomics that you could actually make ETH pump is if ETH became money somehow, because it's a better version of Bitcoin.
And I think, doesn't he kind of, he makes allusions, or he makes direct comparisons to Bitcoin, I think, if I recall correctly, or maybe other commentators have. And it really is very different. It's a very different game than pretty much any other network.
The safest and easiest to use Bitcoin wallet. Send and receive Bitcoin and crypto to anyone, anywhere in the world without permission. Now, the best Bitcoin wallet for all your favorite assets. Buy as little as $50 of Bitcoin or anything else. Earn Bitcoin by staking. Access Web3 and DeFi. And now introducing in-app rewards, letting you earn free crypto just for using the app. Join the millions who are already in. Install now for free